Hey everyone, welcome to this Maker Mornings with Meg episode. I'm Meg and this is the LovenStamps studio. And I'm happy to share a card with you today that features two actually new things from the online exclusives. One is the paper tags stamp set and it's coordinating dies. These guys, ooh, whacking my camera. These guys over here, so lots of fun possibilities there. And then I'm gonna bring in some florals because I wanted to decorate this. The stamp set is really fun. It has these great greetings and lots of good possibilities for them, but I wanted to add some extra sort of design elements. And so there are lots of really pretty florals right now. And I picked my florals very carefully. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very happy with these new Impressions Abloom stamps and the suite that they go with. So they have a designer series paper and a die, which I won't pick up because there's a zillion pieces and I'll show them to you here in a second. But this paper for these is lots of great rainbow colors and lots of features of the new in colors. So a great chance to put some of those to work. So of course we're going to be using those new in color flat pearls here for our last embellishment. All right, so you're used to seeing me here chatting and saying hi to everyone and so forth, but I'm not actually here with you like while I'm talking. So I can't chat back and say, hi, you know, so-and-so who's here, but leave your comments anyway as you're watching this, and I will tune in from where I am, which is on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip, hashtag or star or achieved by less than 1% of demonstrators. But I will see your comments and have a chance to chat with you from away, and so I'm glad that you're watching. But with that, let's go ahead and flip our camera down and get started. Today's card is really like quick and easy and super satisfying with a fun fold on the front. And so we're gonna start off here with our piece of Secret Sky cardstock. So this is that new blue from the In Colors, absolutely gorgeous. And let's see, I didn't write down my scoring, my size actually. So this cardstock is 7 3/8 inches wide. You could do kind of whatever you want. The important thing is to score it at 4 1/4 inches. So you have basically a card base with a flap that's going to be on the front. It doesn't really matter how much you trim off here. The only thing that's gonna matter is that you're gonna wanna cut your DSP to match. And I've cut my DSP to be just an 1/8 inch mat here on the sides, but all the way up right here, okay? So really simple, like I said, you can adjust this to be whatever works for you, as opposed to worrying too much about like what exact size did Meg use. All right, so let's pop this on here. And then the inside of our card, usually when I do a card like this, I use a basic white layer on the inside to be our writing and our stamping and things. But for this one, we're gonna go ahead and use our cloud cover cardstock. So I'm gonna pop this on here, and you're gonna see because the front of our card is going to also decorate the inside of our card. So we do not need to worry too much about putting more decorations here on the inside, okay? And I love Secret Sea and Cloud Cover together. They are beautiful. Both are new in colors. All right, so let's take a look at this paper tags stamp set. I have a piece of basic white here, and I'm gonna use my Secret Sea ink pad, and we're gonna stamp this big tag here. May your day be filled with sunshine and laughter. I love that. What a great message, right? I think I would like days filled with sunshine and laughter, and I like wishing them for other people too. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this on here. And now we have this beautiful tag. I love the way the Stampin' Up! Ink pads stamp. They just do such beautiful images. All right, and now we have the coordinating dies here to go with this. And so I'm going to grab my take your pick tool and poke out this extra bit here. And so if you need a heart, there's this little heart die cut that comes out of this die. But I'm gonna go ahead and layer this on here and then pop a piece of washi tape to hold it in place while I take this over to our die cut machine. I'm gonna do the second die cut though at the same time because I want to show you this trick here. And the trick is this. We're going to die cut the larger die. You can kind of see how those are gonna mat together. We're gonna die cut this from our card front. But I'm gonna go ahead and layer it on here like this so that I can see where it's going to fit, okay? What's gonna happen is we're gonna put our card tag in this open space. We're just gonna cut the front of our card though. So I'm gonna go ahead and open our card like this, all right? Now join me as we go visit our die cut machine. We're using a thin die, so I'm using my big white mat, my skinny white mat, and 2 cutting plates. And my card's gonna go in here. Now, it's really tempting, I'm gonna show you this. It's really tempting to want to line up the die like this and have it go through. Can you see how that's square? But look what's gonna happen right up here. This is gonna get crushed as it gets dragged through my die cut machine. So make sure your whole card is on the plate and that you're not sticking out any place. It's much more important to have your cardstock on there than your die be square. And honestly, it cuts better. If you haven't heard that explanation from me before, I'll introduce it again sometime soon, but their dies cut better when they're not square on the plate. So, all right. So I think I just talked about that recently. I don't remember which die it was though. All right, so now this piece here, I'm going to set aside. I actually would find myself very likely to use this because let's pretend that this is a card front here like this. This is a really easy tag to pop on like this and use with this cute little thing and maybe put like a greeting over here or something or a bow. So this is definitely a very usable piece and I'm just gonna tuck it back into my designer series paper bag. Oh, I forgot to cut this at the same time. Okay, join me again at my, I was thinking I had it through the magic of television. I don't. I do have more die cutting through the magic of television today, so the next die cut will be instant. Like I didn't even do it while we were together. Okay, so here is our die and our die cut. So we'll get rid of that. And now we have this really pretty little tag. So of course this would be a really pretty thing to pop onto a gift or a little package or all kinds of things, but I really like it as a decoration for our card. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop a couple of dimensionals on the back and layer this here like so. Ta-da. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add a bow here to our piece. And I have these all pre-tied, but I'll go ahead and show you how I did the tying on this. So this is the gold striped ribbon. It's really pretty. And I love having something like this in my stamping supplies because it goes with everything. So as always, the video description includes a link for the supplies that I've used in today's video. So if you're looking for this or any of the supplies I've used today, sorry, I was gonna talk about my bow, then you'll find them in that video description link to supplies. Okay, so we're gonna make a loop, okay? I'm gonna pinch that with my first 2 fingers. I'm gonna go around the bow and then I'm going to, oops, fell off, and then I'm gonna stuff that loose end through there to make the second part of our bow. And now we have, I like to call them a bow tied on nothing. If you have seen like the fork method for doing bows, this is how you end up with these, but I don't always have a fork handy. So this is a really easy way to do it with no tools required, okay? So I don't actually need that one because I have one tied already. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop this on with some mini glue dots. And I wanted to show you my strategy for these. I like to use 3 mini glue dots when I have a bow this large. So I'm gonna use one in the center, and then I'm gonna press this down and pick that up. Sometimes I use my fingernail to make sure the glue dot comes up with the ribbon, but I don't usually peel the glue dot off. I just have it, I stick the bow down to it and then peel it up with the bow itself so that I don't lose sticky on those little glue dots. And then we have our bow here that sits really nicely there. So yay. Okay, I'm gonna assume that you guys are saying you like this. I hope you do. But now we have an addition to our paper tags because we really want to have some florals to jazz this up. So this is where I'm bringing in the Impressions Abloom stamp set, but actually mostly the dies. So this is actually a suite that includes designer series paper. So here are these designer series papers. This is from Online Exclusives. And the die set, which has these 2 great shapes in it. These are, they're not square and they're not oval, so we like to call them swovels. And then it has all of these florals here. And the florals can be used to die cut the shapes of the flower, so you stamp your flower and die cut it, or you can use them like we're gonna use today and to go ahead and pop them together. So let me take this apart so you can kind of see how this works. So here is a piece of Fresh Freesia cardstock, which matches our paper. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my die down. And then this second die here, let me get some of this random extra washi tape off. This second die here, this is designed to fit inside the first one. And so I'm actually gonna die cut both of these at the same time. You're just gonna have to keep turning it until you find the place where it aligns correctly. Spoiler alert, it's where the washi tape is lined up. Now I recommend adhering these with washi tape because you don't want the dies to slip against each other and to pop when you put them through, because you don't want the die to cut into the back of the metal die next to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape those two together so that they stay exactly where I want them. Now this die right here, you can see I've actually taped 3 together. I've taped the outline and then this inner detail and then the tiny little center. And for these, I've got 2 leaves there together. I love when a stamp set includes multiple dies that you would probably want to use together. So like this one includes multiple leaves to go with this set of florals, all right? Now, like I promised, through the magic of television, I have our pieces here all cut out and ready to go, okay? All right, so let's set this aside for a second. And let's put these flowers on. Now I have, I'm not saying it's the right way, but it's the way that doesn't stick your card shut. So I'm gonna call that kind of a win. I'm gonna put some multi-purpose liquid glue right here on my card instead of on the back of this piece, because when I stick this down, I want to make sure that that glue is staying where it belongs between my cardstock layers, and it's not going to be out here on the edge of the flower where it is sticking my card shut, okay? That's less happy. So now the easiest way, I think, to go ahead and attach these florals, or these second floral, I'm gonna kind of see where I want this to go. I think I'm gonna put it kind of out here. And so let's go ahead and pop down a dimensional on top of my leaf. And let's see, I'm gonna put another dimensional out here on top of our other leaf, and I think I've got those in the right place. And then they're gonna get covered up by our blue flower. There we go. Okay, super quick and easy to pop those together. So I hope you guys are kind of excited. We have an embellishment to add to this card. It's really a short and sweet design that makes the most of the pieces from this Impressions Abloom suite. All right, so like I said, we're gonna use our in color flat pearls. These come in both colors, both in colors, the last year's in colors and this year's in colors. They're all beautiful. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop a couple down here on our project. I really like to do things in 3s, and I love it when there's 3 different sizes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop those on. You could also use them as flower centers. And I have a card that I'm gonna share a tutorial for as part of our Creative Stamping Collective video. It's a video class with 11 other fabulous demonstrator friends. And I'll give you the sneak peek of it. Here is, there you go. That's the sneak peek, okay, of that card. But it's part of the video class, and if you place any size order in my online store during the month of May, then you will get my LovenStamps monthly tutorials, which feature the turtle set, including this fun, fabulous turtle card that I did here. If you purchase $60 or more, you get card kits in the mail for 2 of the turtle projects, plus you're gonna get the video class for this card, and 11 other projects, or 11 other tutorials, video tutorials from my demonstrator team at the Creative Stamping Collective. Now, if you're not ordering $60 from me this month, that's no problem. You can go to my Etsy shop right now and you can get the tutorial for that. Is that true? No. You can get last month's tutorial. Okay, this one's coming up next. Right now you can get the notes and totes. Okay, so that was a really big sneak peek. Next month you can get the Impressions Abloom tutorial. So that one will be available on my Etsy shop in June, and you're gonna get that tutorial in June. The one you're gonna get this month is actually notes and totes. So, well, I hope you're excited about all of them. So if you're not sure ever what you're getting from your Perks Points orders with me, just go to the LovenStamps website and look for the information about Perks Points and joining my club and kits that you'll get in the mail. Card kits to go is what it's listed as on there. I always try and have that be the clearinghouse for all the information. And so you can always check there on my blog or on my website for the latest on all the things, okay? Right, so I think that covers us. So I hope you guys are excited about paper tags and Impressions Abloom and all of the fun possibilities with them. I love them as companions to each other. There's so many fun possibilities that you can get from mixing and matching, and these floral dies are absolutely amazing. I've really had a good time working with them. So all right, everyone, I hope your Tuesday is off to a great start and that you have great things planned for your week. I will be back on Thursday with another new episode of Maker Mornings with Meg, debuting at 9:30 a.m. Central Time on the LovenStamps Facebook page, and then just a little bit after on the LovenStamps YouTube channel. So happy stamping, everyone. Thanks for joining me.